Hello again. Welcome back to our story, Sherlock Holmes, the Dying Detective. In Chapter 3, Dr. Watson tries to pick up a strange box beside my bed, but I get very upset. I sent him to find Mr. Culverton Smith, a man whose nephew is now dead. Mysterious. Perhaps he knows something about my terrible illness. Chapter 4. The Specialist. At 13 Lower Burke Street, a servant answers the door. Watson goes into the house. He can hear Culverton Smith's voice. "Who is Watson? What does he want? I need to work. I cannot see him." Watson thinks of Holmes. Quickly, he goes into the room. The man in the room stands up from his chair. Watson sees his dark, angry eyes. "What's this?" the man cries. "I'm sorry," says Watson, "but I can't wait. It's about Mr. Sherlock Holmes." Culverton Smith's face changes. He watches Watson carefully. "What about Holmes? How is he?" "He's very ill." Watson sits down. Is that a smile on Smith's face? "I'm sorry to hear this," Smith says. "I don't know Holmes well, but I respect him. We're not very different. He studies criminals, and I study microbes." He looks at the bottles on the table next to him and laughs. "Holmes needs you," Watson says. "Why? Is his illness from the Far East?" "Perhaps. His work lately is with people from there." "Oh, I see." Smith smiles. "How many days is it now?" "About 3. "Is he thinking well?" "Not always." "That is bad. I must go and help him." Watson remembers Holmes's words. He says, "I can't go with you. I need to make a visit." "Very well," Smith says. "I can be there in half an hour." Chapter 5. A Killer at Baker Street. Soon after, Watson returns to Baker Street and runs into Holmes's room. "Is he coming?" Holmes asks. "Yes, he is." "Very good, Watson. Now, you must hide behind the bed. Don't speak or move. Just listen very carefully." Watson hides behind the bed and waits. Soon he hears Culverton Smith's voice. "Can you hear me, Holmes?" "Is that you, Mr. Smith?" Holmes says weakly. "Thank you for coming." Smith laughs. "What's the matter with you, Holmes?" "It's Victor's illness, I think." "Yes, my nephew. 4 days ill and he's dead." Smith laughs again. "And you are the criminal, Smith." "Ah, but you can't prove it. And now you need me." "Give me water," Holmes says weakly. "All right, but only because I want to say something to you. Your illness is from men working near the river, your friend says. But that's wrong. You aren't very quick, are you, Holmes? I can't think. You must help me. Think carefully. Think about a box arriving here last Wednesday. A box. Yes, I remember now. The spring in the box. On my hand. The blood. That's right. And there are microbes of your illness on that spring. This box is the only proof, and I'm taking it with me. Now you know the truth. Now you can die. More light, says Holmes weakly. Smith moves, and suddenly there is more light in the room. What more can I do for you? Smith asks. And more water, please, Holmes says. But what is happening? Holmes is speaking normally. His voice is not weak. Watson hears this, and he nearly cries out. He can feel Culverton Smith's shock. That's the end of today's chapters of The Dying Detective. What do you think, dear viewers? Can I show that Smith is the killer? Why is my voice normal again? Do come back tomorrow for the last chapter to find out. And remember, after the last chapter, you'll get a secret code for free access to Oxford Reading Club.